Today we are on the Hawktail Hour and we're talking about something that could change how businesses use computers. I'm Nate. I'm joined today by Roman, our business development manager.
How you doing?
I got Matt, our director of IT operations.
Hey, everybody.
And I have Izzy, our marketing manager. And we're going to talk about this because everybody has some differing opinions and works in different roles here at Astoria. And but for years we've used computers as tools, and now with the new NVIDIA announcement, the new Microsoft system, they're being built to understand more processes locally, and they're putting the AI agent right inside of the computer. So first, let me ask Matt a question. Before we get into the business side, can you explain what's actually different about having an AI agent built into the computer?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of us are very familiar with using AI agents such as ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot in a web browser, and even in some of our applications. But with the new chips, with a lot of the newly integrated GPUs and CPUs and all these other newly developed pieces of hardware, we can have these agents running locally on the machines or even closer to locally. So they can now access more processes, access more databases that they need to perform tasks for us on a whim.
Got it. So to keep
Don't
it,
forget your mic.
yeah, to keep it basic, you're saying we're used to logging into those language models web-based, but now you'll have direct agents on your device that can run deeper processes, right?
That is correct.
So the user should be able to do more functions, and instead of just having a conversation and getting ideas, that agent can actually do the work you want it to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What do you think about this, Izzy?
Well, as we know in this lovely establishment, I am not anti-AI, but I'm very AI conscious, I think I'll say. I have some security concerns on a level of, so this thing is going to be built into your computer and have access to all of your files. And we're already seeing an issue of people putting things into AI models online and that being a security breach. How will this not be a security breach?
It's your little friend.
I'm really glad that you bring that up, because this does mean we need to have this conversation with our clients, with all of our end users, on using AI properly. So if we only use it for business purposes, what aspects of the business does it actually touch? Where does your data live? And how do you control who or what has access to it?
Are we allowed to nerd out on the coolness of it a little bit? Like I love to talk about the security, but I think it's, for me being in the industry, because I'm the old guy here, and it was just like these basic computers who, I remember Pentium processors, and they were, they're kid toys to what this is today. And we have AI agents who will talk to each other within the business environment and have this powerful AI, agents running throughout the business network. So imagine if you have 50 employees and you've got 100 computers there, you've got this pretty powerful data set. So not only do you have 50 employees, but you have 50 individual AI agents running on the network as well, before it even connects to the cloud. And that just really blows my mind about the power and the knowledge, and it can learn from that individual employee. But let's say you have a really good employee, but their personality is terrible, but their AI agent's great. We can nerd out on that and say, well, I can get rid of the person and I still get the agent. And that's kind of weird, but it's actually kind of a cool concept that we're playing with there. And I know that takes out the humanity in it, but the nerd part of myself is like, this is cool. It's really cool. But maybe I'll go back to Izzy and say, you're in the art world, and human experience and the art and the creative process has really kind of changed quite a bit with AI. And do you think that this future, is better or worse?
Oh, well,
There's no wrong answers.
like that's an entire conversation on its own outside of this computer. I think that AI is a wonderful tool, but I think that we need to stop trying to replace humans with it because the human aspect is really important, especially in art, and it's kind of what makes art is the hardships and the struggle and the problem solving and the soul that the human gives
Right.
and experience.
Yeah,
Roman?
I gotta agree with Izzy on, your question dives deeper into the big question of AI right now, which is what is the human experience, right? Because it's changing what that looks like. And, art especially is the human experience. So it gets super weird, super fast.
Then you bring it back to the business side of things and all of these little tasks that we have. So art is, yes, very much the human experience, but where can this really shine is in our day to day. You talk about that super user, or having 50 users plus their 50 agents. User 48, Jerry, is gone for the weekend, and all of his
Dang
little
it, Jerry.
every time that's Jerry. But all of his little processes that he has to do every day is now this automated task that gets done. The business continues to roll, and then when Jerry comes back, he is able to continue what he has to do or improve upon that process. But it continues to roll because we have these wonderful AI agents that are working in tandem with us.
Why do you think this is transformational or just a faster computer? And we've had faster computers before. Let's get the computer faster. Like a lot of my career was, I want a faster computer. I want a faster computer. And we don't talk about faster computing more. We talk about more productive computers. That's a lot of the shift that has happened. What do you think? Is it more transformational than we've ever had before, from the speed to something different?
I think this is just continuing down the line of transformation with AI. We're still very young in this game, and these are the next logical steps to having that, Jarvis out of a box kind of deal. But I think what we're really going to see with this is, like I said, that continuity of good work, of the business processes just continuing to flow and become more efficient. That's where we're going to see this next transformation.
Roman, do you think that it is transformational for small businesses or more of a risk?
I think for the most part, for most small businesses, it will be transformational if they aren't already using AI. I think it's going to make, for most people who don't have a higher technical skill ceiling, it's going to make it a lot easier. Just the access of, hey, it's way easier to get my AI to do more complicated things. So I do think it will help small businesses in ways that they couldn't before. There's still going to be some skill ceiling to it. You still have to learn it and you still have to use it. I think that's going to be the big difference and the main play there.
And Roman, I agree. I do think that AI definitely bridges a gap between people that might not have the same skill sets. But I do have a concern about what's going to happen when people have all of this AI built in, but what if the AI goes out or something? Or what if the AI gets jailbroken? We've been seeing that in a ton of different situations. Like last July, there was a big situation with Grok where it kind of went AWOL, and they didn't even notice for something crazy, overnight. And what's going to happen? Is it going to end up like the Disney movie Smart House, where everything's a tornado?
Yeah.
And now your tax documents are on Facebook? How is that going to happen? What's going to happen there? How are people not going to what's going to happen when people don't know how to do things for themselves because the AI does everything for them? Are we going to end up like the people in WALL-E?
Right. Yeah.
I like that that talking point, and we're gonna have deeper conversations about that, I'm sure. Again, this is where it's really important. If we are, you always do have to consider not having it, having that talent pool. That's why you still hire for talent. You still hire the humans for this. What the AI helps you accomplish is the stuff that you have deeply rooted in your written and documented processes. This is what runs things. This is how we, run a ticket or something of that nature. And maybe it helps with some of the troubleshooting. But ultimately, it comes down to your documentation and making sure we still do understand how to run these things outside of AI. AI just makes it a little more efficient, ideally, as opposed to like putting your tax documents out on, again, that's more of controlling what data is active by who or what.
So do you think that we're going to have to replace all our computers next year for these next generation of computers?
Absolutely not. I think we need to be thinking about it. If you are still running Windows 10 devices, you need to get away from there. And if you're thinking, well, it's time to upgrade, you might want to start looking at these next-gen devices. When you think about tech, you need to be thinking, I'm going to have this. I want to be at least 3 years in advance. So I want this to last for at least 3 years. 5 would be better. You consult with your IT professionals who will direct you to good hardware. Going out and buying something from Walmart or that route really can hurt because they're not looking for longevity. They're just looking for that quick sale. But when we talk about stuff, we talk about, okay, this is going to last you in your business for the next 3 to 5 years. And if it's in the cards, then absolutely, let's start talking AI. Let's start talking, what can this do for you?
And Izzy, I'll ask you a similar question to that. You really are the foundation of the marketing and the content here for Astoria, and you've invested a lot of time into it and do a fantastic job at it, by the way. And I know you have some use of AI in that, but talk a little bit about your process and building procedures around that to making sure that it outlives your mind some and the AI actually works for you and not you work for the AI.
Well, I feel like I kind of use it as a coworker. A lot of my interaction with AI is communicating and trying to find trends into what to do. I don't really ever use it for the actual content creation portion of it. But what I often do is I'll make a conversation with the AI and we'll go through the process and everything. And then at the end of it, I'm like, hey, what's a better prompt for me to use next time? So I have the AI kind of make the decision of what they want me to say to it to get the end result, which is cool. And having the AI that posts things for me, like I can schedule everything like that, assistive more than generative. But making those processes and making sure that I have a good standard operating procedure and having it written down. And there's definitely things that I couldn't do without it. I would need like 3 of me, but I would also still like 3 of me.
Yeah. I would love to have 3 of you as well because there's a lot of work to be done and there's only so much time in the day.
The world could not take it. We would take it over like AI.
Yeah. Roman, I'll ask you a similar question on that. Like your use of AI and continuing to have better access to it on a locally used or local access to it on your own computer. Do you see a value in that, or do you see as that it could be more of a threat to somebody like yourself? Like I think you think about AI is going to replace me. I might only need an AI salesman in 10 years. Do you see that as a risk, or do you see that as more of an opportunity for you?
Thinking about anything in 10 years from now with AI is out of my skill set. I try not to worry about it. It stresses me out. So I try not to worry too much about job security. I think for the right now, for me personally, I don't say I would get that next gen computer. I would not be using it to its fullest capabilities. The way I use AI right now is really the most basic levels of with the language model, helping me build schedules, helping me reply to emails, taking it to that next level is something I have not dove into. So for me, it wouldn't be the right investment. And that's what business owners should think about going forward. Is this piece of technology the right investment for you? Like Matt was saying earlier, you have to start thinking about your hardware, not just as the quick fix of I need a computer, but I'm making an investment on our business and our technology there.
I think I also want to point to with AI and sales, right? Sales are very human focused, and it's just speaking with some of our clients recently and how much they trust you. They see Roman come in and they go, okay, Roman's here, we're gonna have a good conversation. I think AI is best used at that point as a funnel to get them to you faster. And that is where we're really using it in our sales process, is just making sure how quickly can we get Roman in front of these people so that they can have a good conversation and get on that right track faster.
And I think one of the things with having an MSP, and that's the type of business that we have here, is it's still, you need a personal touch, and you need people who understand it, who secure it, and all the topics that we've had here today is so important, because in 10 years or 5 years, when you have these AI driven computers in your business, who really understands them, and what's a person that you can talk to? Because when the AI goes down, what do you do? Who do you talk to? Who do you call? And that personal touch. I think that we as an MSP will need more people to help run the AI. And I think it's almost funny that to run the AI will need more people and more people to manage it. And that's going to happen as time progresses, especially with our business, that we're going to need more and more people to do that as we serve our own clients, as we serve our business interests, as anybody else does. Like, you'll be able to have far more productivity with the people that you have, but you're going to need really smart, trustworthy people. And I think that really talks to our value of trust here at Astoria. And it's why it's our website domain, Trust Astoria. We really believe that trust is what's going to take us into the next generation here, and really going to help us move forward. So a closing question I'll give everybody today. Iszy, I'll start with you. What's one task in your own role that you would love to give an AI-powered computer to help you with? That it can't do it now. What is one thing you'd like to unload from yourself today?
I will have to think on that, and maybe
get a new boss.
I'm just saying, if you got me one of those AI computers, I'm probably not going to use it.
I want it to fix the printers.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, yeah.
I changed my answer.
AI printers all around.
What do you think, Roman? Less AI, don't want one.
I think I would definitely have it answer the billing calls. That would be first off my list. If you could do that, that would be awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the Hawktail Hour today. Thank you, Iszy. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Roman. We appreciate the conversation. If you want to learn more about what an MSP is or how we can help you secure your old computers that don't have AI built into it, or your new computers that do have AI built into it, we can do either one. Check us out at trustastoria.com and like and subscribe.